In this video, talking about the core Java topic that is called the collection framework. From previous video, I covered the most important introduction about the collection framework. If you are not watching that video, so please watch that video. After that, you have to watch this video, because what is important, what is the necessary, what we are using collection framework, each and every information about collection framework, what is the requirement of the collection framework, each every question that have occurred in your mind are covered in that video. After that video, you have to watch this video, so make sure your concept about collection framework is clear in that video. Okay, so let's start this video, in that video I am covered the basic information about collection framework. But I tell you one thing in that video, what collection framework contain the predefined interface and predefined classes. So all the predefined classes and predefined interfaces are covered in this video. What type of interfaces, what type of predefined classes are contained by the collection framework, and each and every predefined classes and predefined interfaces are not covered in detail in that video, because all the sub interfaces or sub classes, child classes that extend the so that implement the interfaces, predefined classes are covered in separate video, because each and every class are a very huge amount of importance and huge amount of use and huge amount of data contained in that predefined classes. Okay, so name of that predefined classes and what is the work, small information about that classes and that interface I covered in this video. So let's start. So I tell you, collection is nothing but a interface that have some important information about it. Means collection framework have contain many things that have to understand about it. For example, if I want to store the data, group of data, so collection interface have some predefined abstract declared method are present into the body of the interface of collection. In that, some basic operation of the data that are able to perform into the group of data are present into the interface of collection framework. Means any predefined classes are not directly implement the collection framework. So question is, which classes are implement the collection framework directly? So no classes are predefined classes that implement the collection framework directly. There are many sub interfaces that extend the collection framework first. After that subclasses are implemented by the different classes, predefined classes. So this is all information about the how the structure of the collection framework are here. So there is some small sub interfaces that extend the collection interface. At that interface, sub interface also contain extra activity or extra method. At that method are implemented by the child classes that are implement the sub interfaces. So first interface that are extend the collection interface, that is called the list interface. List interface are contain the some method predefined declared abstract method that used for in list interface are used for if I want to store the group of data, that in that duplicates of data are allowed. For that I have to use the list interface. And second one is that is called the set interface. Set interface is used for if I want to store the data that in that there is no duplicates allowed. For that there is a list set interface. Means collection interface is a parents interface, and there is three child interface that are extend that collection interface. First one is list interface. List interface are used for storing the duplicates data. Set interface that are extend the collection interface, that are able to store the data in that duplication are not allowed. Last one is queue. Queue is also a group of data that extend the collection interface. Okay, so there are three basic sub interface that are extend the collection interface. Now there is some classes and predefined interfaces that are implement the list and set and queue interfaces. Okay, so list interface have four predefined classes. Means there are four predefined classes that implement the list interface. First one is array list. Array list is a class that implement the list interface. Second one is linked list. Linked list is also a class, predefined class that implement the list interface. Third one is vector. Vector is a predefined class that implement the list interface. And last one is stack. Stack is a class that implements the list interface. Means collection interface have a sub interface that is called, means collection interface are extended by the list interface, and list interface are implemented by the four classes. First one is array list, second one is linked list, third one is stack, and last one is vector. So four predefined classes that are implement the list interface according to their working. According to their working, they are implement each and everything about array list, what is a stack, what is vector, what is linked list. In each information are very huge. I covered in later video. This is introduction video about collection framework. This is second introduction video. Okay, so this is all about list interface. What is the classes are contained by the list interface. List interface, that means what is the predefined classes that are implement the list interface. Second one is that is called set interface. Set interface, there is also two. There is one class and one sub interface that are one interface that extend the set interface, that is called sorted set. Sorted set have also a sub interface that extend the sorted set interface, that is called navigable set. Navigable set have a class that is implement that navigable set. That class is called as a tree set. Tree set is a class that implement the navigable interface, navigable set interface, and navigable set interface extend the sorted set interface, and sorted set interface are extend the set interface, and set interface are extend the collection interface. Okay, now there is one class that is called the hedge set. So hedge set is a class that extend the directly implement the set interface. Okay, and there is a child class of a hedge set class that is called linked hedge set class. Linked hedge set class that are extend the hedge set class. So there is a second I covered, that is called set interface. Set interface have two things. First one is hedge set class that are directly implemented, and there is one child class of hedge set class that is called linked hedge set class. And there is a set class have a sub interface that is called sorted set, and sorted set have also a have a child interface that is called the navigable set, and navigable set has implemented by the tree set class. So this is all about set interface. Okay, last one is that is queue. Queue has a interface that implement the collection interface. So queue interface are implemented by sub classes. That is, there is four classes. First one is priority queue class. Second one is blocking queue, and blocking queue have a two child class. That is, first one is priority blocking queue, second one is long priority blocking queue. So there is four classes that are implement the queue interface, and in queue interface are extend the collection interface. So this is all about information about the structure of the collection interface. I think if you're watching that image, so you have to understand there is okay, you are not able to, because I am using the front camera, so you are not able to see directly because it show the mirror image. So sorry for that. Now I am telling you what is the map. Don't confuse between collection interface and map interface, because collection interface are completely different from map interface. There is no connection between both of them. That is, first one is collection, second one is map. Map interface are also very helpful. So let's talk about the map interface. What is map interface? By using map interface, what is the sub interfaces are that implement the map interface? Okay, so the question is not about the. So I'm telling you, there is no connection between the collection interface and map interface. Both are completely different. What is use of map interface? If I want to use map interface, the map interface provide us the accessibility. If I want to store the data into key value pair, because for example, if I want to store the data, so there are some key, and that key have different key have different value. Okay, for example, there is a dictionary. In Python, if you learn about Python, there is a concept of dictionary. So in Java there is no dictionary. So there is a importance of that for storing data of key value pair type. For that I have to use the map interface. Map interface are used for storing data into key value pair, because all group of data are not directly grouped into one thing. Okay, means there is some key that have its own value. Means if I want to create a group of data, in that, for that you have to use the map interface. Map interface provides us to store the group of data. And there is a one note is, if I want to create the group of data that are data are key value pair in the present into key value pair, means key that are have its own value are able, value may or may not be duplicate, but key did not duplicate, means each key have a different name, and their value may be or may not be, there is no compulsory, there is no force about the distinct value are maybe same or not same, but all the key that are present to the group, it have a different name. Okay, so map interface are used for storing the group of data that have a type of key value pair. So there is some predefined interfaces. There is one interface that implement the extend the map interface that is called hash map, and second one is interface that is called sorted map. Okay, hash map and sorted map, and there are two interfaces that are used for extend the map interface. And hash map interface are implemented by a class that is called linked hash map, and sorted map are interface are extended by a sub interface that is called navigable map, and navigable map are implemented by a class that is called tree map. Okay, this is some predefined classes that directly implement the map interface. First one is weak hash map, second one is identity hash map, last one is hash table. So there are three classes that are directly implement the hash map interface. First one is weak hash map, second one is identity hash map, last one is hash table. Okay, so this is all about map interface and collection interface. What is a sub child interface, what is the sub classes of a interface, means what is the classes of collection interface, all the generation, all the family of a collection interface I explain you, all the collection of a family of a map interface I explain you. Remember the note here is there is a no connection between collection interface and map interface. Map interface are used for storing the data into the data are present into the key value pair, and collection framework are used for storing data directly for storing data into the group. Okay, so this is all information about the collection framework. There is second introduction video about collection framework, and from that next video, upcoming video, I telling you one means, for example, I am telling you there is a sub interfaces that extend the collection interface. So all interfaces, sub interfaces and sub classes are covered in the separate video, because these all the information, these are the subtopics are very important for us in the Java. Okay, so let's see next video, and so thank you for watching this video. This is all information about the collection framework and map interface, how they are designed in a designed by the Java, that are used by us, that are helpful for us to storing the data and doing the multiple operation on that. And what is the importance of map interface, what is the difference between a collection and map, why are you using map interface for storing the key value pair. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and see you in next one.